Cowboys 5H Michael Hickey. Getty Images Indianapolis, Indiana, March 4. Indiana linebacker Chris Covington LB09 runs through a drill during the NFL Scouting Combine at Lucas Oil Stadium on March 4, 2018 in Indianapolis, Indiana. Photo by Michael Hickey. Getty Images by SportsDayDFW.com. At SportsDayDFW, here are 10 things you need to know about new Cowboys linebacker Chris Covington. 1. The basics. Covington was born on January 3, 1996 in Chicago. He played football at Al-Rabi High School and went on to play at Indiana University for 4 years. 2. He used to be a quarterback. Covington used to be a dual-threat quarterback in his high school playing days. He wasn't too bad either. In 2013, Covington threw for 1,993 yards and 26 touchdowns. He added 657 rushing yards and 13 rushing TDs. Here are some of his highlights from his junior year in high school. In his freshman with the Indiana Hoosiers, Covington appeared in 5 games as a quarterback, rushing for 91 yards and passing for 31. He switched to the linebacker position in his sophomore year and played the final 8 games of the Covington appeared in all 13 games his junior year and finished with 29 tackles, 2 sacks, 3 tackles for loss and 1 forced fumble, but the real coming-out party came in his senior. Covington earned the time starting job and finished with 85 tackles, 50 solo and 12 for loss, all ranking in the top 3 for his team. He also had 3 sacks, 5 pass breakups and 5 quarterback hurries. He was named Indiana's Defensive Player of the Year and was an honorable mention for All Big 10.4. Drafted by the Cowboys. Whether or not Covington has a long career in the NFL, we know he's probably one of the calmest guys in the room. When he was called by the Dallas Cowboys to tell him they were drafting him, Covington was noticeably calm, especially for someone who's projected to not even be drafted. On his first attempt at the ACT, Covington scored a 14. He needed a 19 to be academically eligible to go to Indiana University. On his second attempt he got an 18 and then he got the 19 he needed to play football for the Hoosiers. 6. NFLPA Bowl. In January, Covington was invited to play in the National Football League Players Association Bowl. Covington racked up a team-high 6 tackles in the first half per NFL Network host Rhett Lewis. After being selected by the Cowboys, Covington is the lone Indiana Hoosier on the roster. Covington is one of 13 Big Ten players on the Cowboys roster. He was the first linebacker drafted from Indiana since 1988 when Van Waiters was selected with the 77th overall pick by the Cleveland Browns. 8. NFL combined performance. Covington finished 23rd in the 40-yard dash out of 27 linebackers with a 4.78 time. However, he did better in the bench press, tying for 5th with 23 reps. Here are some highlights from his combine performance. Covington was the second linebacker the Cowboys took in the draft. They used their first-round pick on Leighton Vander Esch, a linebacker out of Boise State. They join a linebacker core including Sean Lee and Jalen Smith. 10. Projected to be a candidate for special teams after being selected with the 19th pick of the 6th round, Covington was projected by Sports Day contributor Dane Brugler to be a potential candidate for the special teams. He moved between several positions his first 2s in Bloomington and entered 2017 with 1 career defensive start, but quickly adapted and played like a veteran. While very average from a size, speed perspective, Covington competes with a physical appetite and fills with power. With his lack of experience at the position, he needs to continue and develop his awareness, but he rarely took himself out of plays on tape, including in coverage. Brugler writes, Covington might not have a high ceiling in the NFL, but he flashes the competitive chops and enough speed to see the field on special teams.